you wait your turn. Then they call your name, and you get up, and you walk up to here, and you turn, you bow, and he'd watch you. And he'd say, fail. And he was like 96 years old. He was really crabby, and nobody argued with him. He was happy. But he might say, now, his son, when I went for 6-degree black belt, his son tested me. And his son sat down at the table like that, and I was way back in. I'm the only one in the room. And he said, you know Bonsai Die? And I said, yes. And he said, show it to me. So I did it. And he said, who taught you that? Where did you learn that? What city were you in? You know Bonsai Show? Yes. Show it to me. Who taught you that? What city were you in? You know Samoa Bonsai? Yes. I did 58 contests. Stood there. It took me like 4.5 hours. And he's doing it. Okay, I'm only going for 5th-degree black belt. I'm a 4th degree. I'm going for 5th. Thank you. And he took me out to dinner and told me some things I had wrong with my karate. Then he left. He went from here to Venezuela. From Venezuela, he went to Australia. From Australia, he went back to Tokyo. And then I got a letter 6 months later. Dear Mr. Mack, I traveled through most of the world, went to karate everywhere. No one's karate is stronger than yours. Now you're 6th degree. But I was only going for 5th degree. But that's really great honor that he thought that. This is the son of the same guy. He was given the permission by the emperor. The only karate person in the world to ever have this. The emperor of Japan gave him permission to go to any rank in black belt, in any style or anything. He could promote you to 10th degree black belt in judo. He wasn't a judo person. Now the Japanese are real believers in the emperor. You got to realize this is before World War II, and they thought that the emperor was gone. And so he was given this tremendous honor. My instructor, Walter Todd, was given a piece of paper, and it said he's President of the United States for karate, which is called, in Japanese, that's called Shibucho. So Mr. Todd, as long as he is alive, has tremendous power. And since he's my instructor, I have power. There's a man who's come here several times that Aaron's met. He's in his 80s. His name is Ozawa. He's one of the most famous karate people alive. If you go anywhere in the world and you say Ozawa, all the karate people will say, oh, this man is number one anywhere. He's old. He was a Funagoshi. He's one of the top karate people in the world. He stayed at my house. He loves my wife. Really good friend of mine. The only reason is because Mr. Todd's my Shibucho. This gives me tremendous power. So they say, you're Mr. Todd's student? You're Morris Mack? Well, glad to know you. You know, would you stay at my house for the next 6 months? Just out of honor. So you guys are very lucky that you're doing this kind of karate. This karate is very proud. We do not overcome other people. This karate isn't for beating somebody else. This karate is for us to overcome us. That's the most important thing. He's going to overcome himself. He'll never go to sleep again in class. That's what we're trying to do. Later, you'll be very successful. No matter what you do in life, you'll be successful. And that's what we're trying to do. Okay, do parents have any questions? Do your kids have any questions? Do you have a question? We do jump kicks. Aaron does great jump kicks.
Let's see him.
She likes to jump kick me. This floor is not real good for jump kicking because the cement is really hard. Yes. Spins in the air. I don't do those, no. When I was younger, I did those. When I was at junior high school, I did not the bastard, but I don't jump so good anymore. As you get older, your jumping starts to turn off. A lot of the karate, you see the jumping and that type thing, is really not karate, it's really gymnastics. I'm one of the top fighters in the nation. You guys don't know this, but let me tell you how famous I am. Last August, I was invited to compete on the United States team against Canada. For the last 6 years, there's been a match between Canada and America in karate. For the last 6 years, Canada has won every year. America has never won. So what this man did, he got 10 ex-champions. I was a champion for about 8 years. So they got 10 ex-champions who are over 50 years old. And the Canadians didn't know this. They just knew there was a team from America coming. So we were in Vancouver, BC, and we fought the strongest, youngest, powerful karate people Canada had, and we wiped them out. The guy I fought, I beat 5-0 in a 2-minute match. Now why? You know what he did? I was up to moving against him, and he jumped up in the air and tried to spin. I grabbed him out of the air, slammed him down and hit him, and then back to here. And for 3 minutes, the doctors worked on to get him up because he hurt himself so bad. Jump spinning is really dumb unless you're against somebody who's horrible. But if I'm fighting you, you jump in the air, you'll never hit the ground. Not with your feet. Maybe with your head. So karate doesn't do that. Now, kung fu does a lot of jumping and gymnastic type things, you know. But that's not good. The most powerful fighters on earth are Japanese. The Japanese are from Okinawa. The Okinawans were able to overcome an armed nation without any weapons. And what the Okinawans learned, this is in the 15th century, the Okinawans learned kung fu. And then they were attacked, and the kung fu didn't work. The reason it didn't work was their enemies had armor on and had swords and everything, and the Okinawans had no weapons. The Okinawans were slaughtered. So then the Okinawans changed kung fu, which is circles, to karate, which is straight lines. And then they fought again, and they drove the enemy off the island. Napoleon was alive at that time, and he said it is impossible for an unarmed nation to defend an armed nation, but the Okinawans did it. And that's where karate was born, and that's what we do. So there's nothing stronger than karate. Now, when I was 8 years old, I started in jiu-jitsu. I trained in Okazaki jiu-jitsu for 10 years. I also trained in judo. I trained in an art called Aikido, Aiki-jitsu. I trained in a lot of arts. But my whole life, all my training has been my karate. And so I consider myself a karate person. So karate people are fearless. What does that mean? I'm not afraid of anything, even death. I'm not afraid to die. If I die, I'll be with my father, and he is my best friend. And I truly believe that. So I have no fear. This doesn't mean I can't be beat. It only means I can't be broken. And that's what karate is all about. Okay, everybody up? Attention, about. Good. Now your next class, which is Tuesday, you'll get the results, and if you're Ben student, you'll get the results next class you're at. And Aaron, what we'll do is go to the dojo later, make copies of this, so Ben can have a copy also. Okay, parents, thank you for having your kids